I'm a bad bitch at the end of the day. I'm a bad bitch first, low maintenance girly second.
I got me a new girl. Tell herself karma. So far, if I ever got the chance to, I turn me her mama.
When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you got it right. Body rude is polite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm tryna go up tonight. Hoes and hoochies left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy. I think we deserve it right. Top of the memories I've ever made in my life. Permanent ecstasy. The ladies is pimps tonight. Living inside a dream. Let's live where the love is like. I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my back, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my back, but you could. I look fly, I look too good.
Okay, you guys, so I just got back from my first ever college football game, and I will say the only thing that lasted, the jewelry. So shout out to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. I will say the jewelry is looking so cute. So we've got this beautiful gold band. This one is my favorite, literally so cute, so timeless. And of course, Ana Luisa is all about timeless, affordable jewelry. Every package that you get is gonna come in a sustainable package, which means they're trying to do their best to reduce their carbon footprint and do a little bit to save the earth. This time around, my jewelry came in these beautiful pouches, so I love the color. Beautiful, beautiful, like coral orange color. And black, never can go wrong with a black pouch. So I love that all of my jewelry came in these beautiful pouches. And like I said, so I've got 2 rings this time. So funny enough, this actually fits on my ring finger perfectly. It's a size 6, but like my ring finger is kind of like a 5.5. Yeah, so this ring fits really nicely on my finger. Super excited for it. And then like I said, I have this band that I'm really excited about. And the earrings, so I will say these earrings are so cute. I love the fact that it like wraps around the earlobe. I think that's so different. It has like a little X shape to it. So yeah, the jewelry is definitely always cute and affordable. And for this holiday season, I know for a fact you're gonna want Ana Luisa as a Christmas gift, whether you're gifting it to yourself, gifting it to a loved one, or asking one of your loved ones, maybe like your boyfriend or something, if he wants to get you some jewelry. Go ahead and put Ana Luisa on your wish list for this Christmas, this holiday season. You will not regret it. Like I said, the jewelry lasts so long. I'm always wearing their jewelry. Shout out to Ana Luisa from over, 2 years ago now, at least 1 year ago, minimum of a year ago. I've got their jewelry. I rock their jewelry all the time. Every bracelet you see is always Ana Luisa because I genuinely love them. Like I said, this jewelry lasted the whole game. I'm so excited. I actually have like a weird allergy to metals, but this felt perfectly fine in my ear. No itchiness, no burning, no stinging, no other weird sensations. Genuinely speaking, I will support Ana Luisa till the end. We go together real bad, okay? We really go together, like real bad. So yeah, shout out to Ana Luisa. Make sure you guys are ordering your jewelry for this holiday season. I'm not kidding you. Link will always be in the description below. And I just feel like, you know, you could just dress yourself up like with a little bit of jewelry. I was gonna throw on another necklace from Ana Luisa, but I was like, you know what? The high neck is doing enough by itself. I said, just with the earrings and the rings alone, I'm good. I don't need anything else for tonight. But I will say the game was super fun, and I'm super grateful that I had Ana Luisa with me to go ahead and, you know, just spruce up the outfit, make it look, girl, we're looking cute. Okay. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Ana Luisa. It's so cool. Who are you rooting for? or what number?
I don't know. Just NC State in general. The dog.
The dog. She's rooting for the dog. I have a special number in mind, but I'm not going to say it unless we win. It's got to be my man first.
North Carolina State. Holding.
Just wanna lap dance. You just wanna pop up on these cans like you the Batman. You just wanna ball out in the zone with your best friends. You don't wanna talk no more about it in the past. Get me at my zone. I'm just talking comfort, shawty. I ain't getting nothing, you got comfort, shawty. I got plenty things you make a run for, shawty. Call him Ed Sheeran, he in love with my body. Get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yeah. Like if she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yeah. And I say I just got a ball, get into it, yeah. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yeah. If you go to church, get into it, yeah. If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yeah. Y'all need to get into the drip like a piranha. Y'all need to get into my drip like y'all need water. I mean, it's only at the top of Balenciaga. I mean, y'all bitches better, y'all like Ariana. If they ever tryna knock up, put my foot up and y'all can call your mama and your papa like I'm finna take a dollar. Turn that bitch into a soccer ball and rock a, rock a, rock a. Get into it like a suit and fuck a stock up like a rock a. Get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, I said get into it, yo. Like if she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo. And I said I just got a ball, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo. And I said I just got a ball, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo. And I said I just got a ball, get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yo. If you go to church, get into it, yo. If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo.
Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. It is Sunday, and oof, my hair is looking a little shrunken up, you know, shrinkage. But it's a gloomy day outside. I plan to stop at the mall because at my job, I won with my co-teacher. We won best costume for Jessie and Woody from Toy Story. And it took them a month to give like the results of the winners, but we won best group costume and they gave us an Amazon gift card. So I use my mom's Amazon account and I was like, you know what? We actually have an Amazon store in the mall. So I'm going to see if I can use my gift card in person versus like ordering something online. Because the only things I really need are like bath mats for like my shower or my bathroom. I've been using the same bath mats. Like I just washed them and used the same one. So I was like, maybe I should just order another one. And then also maybe like a tripod, because I still have not bought a tripod, and that just goes to show you how much I've been devoted to YouTube and everything like that. So it's 10:25 in the morning. I got up pretty early. After I check out the Amazon store, I want to run to the car wash, because the car wash that I go to, every few months or so, they do this thing where you pay a flat fee of $10 or $12, and you can get your car washed every single day for a month. So I usually like to take advantage of that, because I do enjoy keeping my car clean. I mean, she's very clean right now, so I'm on like cleaning her once a week. And then I kind of want to tell you guys about, you know, the football game and what was going on with that. So let's hope that I can find a tripod in the Amazon store. If not, we'll be thugging it out, and then I'll tell you guys later. But yeah, let's go to the mall. Y'all, so something told me, Google if Amazon still has the store available at the mall, and it says that Amazon shut down all of its stores for whatever reason. I'm guessing probably because nobody was in there buying stuff. So I'm not even gonna waste my time to walk through this mall, because I don't want to end up finding shit that I actually want to buy, and then I shouldn't be buying it. So we're just gonna go to the car wash instead, even though it's drizzling right now. I just like to keep the inside of my car clean and everything. Plus I spilled coffee earlier this week in here, and it smells like coffee still. So yeah, never mind, we're not going to the mall.
I'm just having fun, baby. I just live a fast life. Fucking these bad bitches down my timeline. Niggas be hoes, get on my mix. I ain't broke, baby, you can't fix it. Nigga, let me know what it is, cause I ain't with all the tense. It'll be into the chillin'. I don't fuck no basic bitch. I fuck all them model hoes. Bitch, I'm really him.
Girls just wanna have. Girls just wanna have. Girls just wanna have. Look at me, I'm happy. Something's telling me you never had a shopping spree in New York.
Well, something's telling me that I went ahead and flipped the whole key to your heart.
Your best that I don't usually do that.
Something about you that I put it to the side, like what am I missing? I hit her from the side on one of my feet.
So my mom and I did something interesting. So I don't really shop on Amazon like that, honestly. I just don't have, I like instant gratification now, so I don't be having the vibe to just order something and then wait 2 days. I don't know if I have enough patience for that. So, which I do, but I don't. So I just gave her the Amazon gift card. In exchange, she gave me $25 cash. So I just went to Marshall's and I bought some new house slippers and a new candle. I needed some new house slippers because the ones that I did buy here from Marshall's, after wearing them for quite some time, I just feel like, you know, I don't know, they just don't hit the same. So I wanted a new pair. Finally, they have a huge selection of them, and so I got that. And I also got a new candle because the one in my bathroom is pretty much done and over with. I'm kind of debating right now whether or not Starbucks is ideal. I don't know. Let's text my mama back. The last thing I have to update y'all on is the guy situation. So I think when I get in the house, I'm just gonna like cozy up on the couch, and then we'll just have like a little girl chit chat, and then I'm gonna close out the video because I do have to edit and upload this today. Love me, procrastination. So I'm gonna figure out if I'm going to Starbucks or not. or if I'm just gonna make breakfast at home. I really should just make breakfast at home, but I want y'all to see Marshall's, Starbucks. Love this for me every time. And there's nobody in here, so yay me. We're gonna park on the corner because these mofos here, baby, they will be right up on your shit and virtually hit your car. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We're here. And look at fall, y'all. Look at the fall. All the leaves. Now the trees are naked. Oh, boo. Okay, y'all. My best friend just said, do you want to go grab coffee? Damn, should have waited. But then I wouldn't be able to finish this video. Anyway, so I wanted to update you guys on the game last week. So I will say I'm super grateful for the opportunity to know people on the NC State football team. Living in this neighborhood has been a blessing because I've met so many beautiful people that have different walks of life. Like, one of my neighbors is from Ukraine. She taught me how to make Ukrainian crepes called malinsky. And, you know, again, knowing football players, I've never really been invited to a college football game. In my own college experience, I went to Nova Southeastern University in South Florida, and their football team was the Miami Dolphins. And I really just think they considered that only because the Dolphins, their facility was on our campus, so we claimed that they were our team. But anytime I went to one of them games, they had us in the nosebleeds and you couldn't see or hear shit. At least I was put in the family and friends section this time. Okay, you know, period. We going up in the world. Hold on. Bestie boo. Okay, so anyway, keeping my bestie updated on everything that's going on. Since I moved into this neighborhood, I told myself that I would stop looking for relationships and that I would just let them come naturally to me. I wasn't gonna get on any dating apps looking for someone. I wasn't going to purposefully like slide into guys' DMs and be like, hey, I think you're super attractive, let's get to know each other. I wasn't gonna put forth the effort. I feel like the man that I'm looking for will find me. And when I first moved here, so I never really got into this, but in previous videos, you might see me say like, oh, I predict that my man is gonna pull up, and the guy that I was claiming to be my man, which in reality he was not. He was a boo man, which means he wasn't trying to be my man, but he wasn't trying to be just my friend either. So he was a boo man for quite some time. And I'll just give you guys a brief rundown on what happened in that situation. So long story short, we had a paint and sip night at my community. It was the first ever community event that I had attended. I had been living here for 2 months already, and I went there just on a whim, hoping to get to know my neighbors and meet some new people. And I definitely got more than I was bargaining for, because there was a guy, a white man to be exact, because I think that plays an important role in part of the behavior. He was very forward with me sexually. Like, he kept trying to like put himself on me. And at the time I thought it was flattering, like, oh, you want to kiss on me, touch on me, do all kinds of things to me, and not really asking for anything in return. I thought it was flattering, but what I realized, I feel like he had a lot of traumas, and he was playing out traumas through me. Like, y'all know me, I'm very spiritual. Everything is deep to me, especially in hindsight when I have time to sit there and digest things and soak them in. I learned that like people really are traumatized by their own experiences and then rehash their trauma through other people. And I feel like that's all he was doing. I don't think he was looking for anything serious. And, you know, me being a woman, I do enjoy, you know, spending time with someone, getting to know someone. I enjoy being treated nicely. And, you know, there were occasions where he would make food or just treat me really nicely. And that's all I really ask for. And I don't even want to put this on the internet because I don't need anybody getting beside themselves, but I'm actually a very low maintenance woman. I don't require a lot to make me happy. I'm not gonna go into something with high standards or high expectations. I just need the bare minimum requirements met. in order for me to be interested or intrigued with you. And I feel like he hit the bare minimum criteria. And he also did things for me that no other guy has ever done. And let's just put things into perspective. Yes, I'm 25, but this is my first time living on my own. And before this, I was living with a partner, and that's completely different. So I've never been single living on my own. So this is the first time I can have a guy in my house. I can go over their apartment. You know, I'm doing grown people things. And let me just also state for the record, he is almost 11 years older than me. And we established that from the first night. So after that, I just feel like I noticed his behavior became very inconsistent. I feel like when I would see him in the neighborhood, he would often walk past and then he would make excuses saying, oh, I didn't want to interrupt your conversation. But then when it came to other people on the property, he would surely interrupt their conversation without hesitation. And it just goes to show that he started to, like, I feel in my opinion, he was starting to avoid me, or whatever the case may be. He didn't want to go out together, but then he would ask other women in the complex if they wanted to go get ice cream with him or go do this with him. And when I would confront him about it, he would be like, well, you're the only girl that's been around my close friends, you're the only girl that's been in my apartment, I wouldn't do these things for you if you weren't special. And I'm like, you're saying that, but something tells me that you don't actually mean it. This is just your manipulation tactic to keep me appeased, right? To keep me in the loop. And over time, I will say there were so many red flags. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into them because in the event this person watches this video, I don't want it to be like I'm reading him for filth. But I'm not gonna sit here and say he doesn't deserve to be read for filth, because he does. Overall, I feel like I got played, like, pretty badly. He didn't tell the truth about a lot. I feel like he told half-truths in order to establish this fake sense of trust that, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this version of the story so you can believe me and trust that, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this person. I just feel like he was no good. Too many red flags that I decided to ignore. Here's something valuable I learned specifically from him. When a man feels like there's no competition, he's not gonna try his hardest to win the race, right? So as a woman, we are the prize. And in order for a woman to be the prize, people have to compete for her. And it just is what it is. This is why it's important for a woman to have a roster. And I'm not saying that everyone on that roster has to be someone you actually are physically intimate with. It could just be someone you talk to regularly, or someone that you go out with regularly, or whenever you feel like it. But don't put all your eggs in one basket, because the minute you do, a man has nothing to lust after anymore. He has nothing to want, and there's no drive, no motivation to really get you, to really achieve, you know, the goal of having you as his whatever the case. And in that guy's particular case, I don't think he was even remotely in the position to be in a relationship. But I found out in hindsight, like 4 or 5 months later, he was actively trying to date other women, but they were not giving him the time of day. So I'm like, exactly how he was treating me, kind of leading me on, stringing me on, whatever, giving me breadcrumbs to keep me somewhat satisfied, and then not really explaining to me what's going on, ghosting me, not really giving me any updates. Women were doing that to him, and to me that was karma already starting to spin the block. And I had to realize, like, I'm wanting someone who doesn't want me, and that shit is a no-go. Like, once I come to the conclusion that I'm wanting you or liking you more than you like me, or you want me, or you're not doing enough to keep me satisfied, again, I'm low maintenance, but shit, I'm a bad bitch at the end of the day. I'm a bad bitch first, low maintenance girly second, which means if I present to you the low maintenance version of me and you take that and you're like, okay, that's cool, but then you start falling off the wagon, acting as if I'm not the bad bitch that I am, oh, you're gonna get KK. Like Crystal, Chris, she's cool, calm, and collected, but KK, when KK comes out to play, you better watch out, because you're not getting her back. After about 4 months of, like, pretty much no contact, hardly seeing him, hardly talking to him, my energy for him completely died. Actually, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I'm gonna say this out loud. The last and final straw. I mean, I was already done with him romantically. Like, he would never have a chance to ever come back in my life romantically, but I was willing to keep him as a friend. But here was the last straw. The day that I found out that my aunt had cancer, I was a complete emotional wreck, and I spent the whole day in the house crying. The following morning, I went to Starbucks like I normally do. He was already in Starbucks. And so I decided to sit down next to him, and honestly, just talking to someone, and I told him, first things first, I said my aunt has cancer, and the only thing he said was, oh no, that's not good. And at first I was like, well, technically I don't really want to get into it at Starbucks because I don't want to cry about it. So I'm glad we didn't have a conversation. But in hindsight, there was no empathy there. There was no compassion at all. Nothing. And then the day that I found out that my aunt had a heart attack and what else? Oh, and a pulmonary embolism all at the same time and coded, which means code blue. She was flatlined and they had to revive her. When I got that phone call, I literally ran out of the clubhouse because I was with one of my neighbors, my friend Sabrina, helping her study. I ran out and I literally could not breathe. I was hyperventilating. Everything was starting to get like fuzzy stars and I was like, I need someone. And I saw my best friend Jamie and I was like, Jamie. And she looked around and I said, okay, she's not gonna be able to hear me. I have to run over there. She was in the middle of the parking lot. So I ran over to her and I literally was like, I have to sit down. Like I literally, not collapsed, but I like fell to my knees in the parking lot and she got down on her knees too. And I remember, and what's so fucking funny is, I wore a bright red, the only red hoodie I have, and it has XO on it. Mind you, I've had this hoodie since like middle school. And something told me, put on this bright red hoodie because you're gonna wanna be seen. So I'm in the middle of the parking lot with this bright red hoodie on and he drives past, you know, because he's leaving the neighborhood. So he drives past the parking lot where I'm at crying. And I remember seeing him look over and he's blasting his music. And the funniest thing was there was a line to get out because, you know, we have a gate armbar that needs to open one person at a time. So he was the third car in line to get out of the neighborhood. And I remember him briefly looking over and then looking back straight and then like leaving the neighborhood. And not once did he ever text me, call me or anything to say like, hey, I saw you boo-hoo fucking crying on the floor, on the concrete. Are you okay? After that, I said, fuck you. You lack all kinds of compassion. You are not even remotely a friend. I was considering him a friend still because we would still have conversations. But after that, I was like, fuck you. There's a nice place in hell for you to rot. And I'm pretty sure he's already living in his version of hell on earth. So whatever. Fast forward. After him, I said, oh, for real now? I just don't have it in me to keep giving men these chances. And then the day that she actually passed, I ended up going out to the club for Sabrina's birthday. Met a cute guy there. We ended up making out on the dance floor. I thought it was hot. I was like, oh, I'd be interested in getting to know this guy. But all he was a love in the club moment. And what I think happened was, I feel like my aunt spiritually sent him to me so I can get over the other guy. Because sometimes what they say is you need to get under somebody to get over somebody. Now, I didn't have like any relations with him or anything like that. It never even progressed past that night. However, it made me realize that one, on an attractive scale, he's my type. He's over 6 feet, tall, muscular, takes care of himself. He's not over here eating McDonald's and Panda Express like the other dude was. He's not Caucasian, even though he's fair skinned, but he's not Caucasian. That's a plus, no offense. He had a nice head of hair. You know what I mean? Like, he took care of himself. And again, my standard of men is starting to increase. Like, so the last guy, you know, he tried to woo me with like, oh, I drive a nice car, I got money, I got whatever. I don't believe it no more. I don't believe it. All I'm gonna say is, if a nigga over here flexing money, but he don't show you an ounce of it, he don't offer to take you out, he don't get you anything, then what the fuck is the point? Don't flex in front of me if I don't get it. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So anyways, I was like, okay, like, I'm realizing that attracting men is not my issue. It's the type of men that I'm attracting. So after that guy, I realized, I said, okay, we hypothetically planned a coffee date and never came to fruition. He never responded. So I said, okay, that was obvious. He was interested in one thing and one thing only, which was a little love in the club moment. He had kind of hinted that he would want me to come over. I said, absolutely not. You can see me in your dreams. And after that, that coffee date never came to fruition. So fast forward, I wrote something in my notes on October 18th. I love to be vulnerable, but at the same time, I don't, because when shit goes left, I don't want to be embarrassed. But I wrote, on this day, I manifest that my dream man, the man that will bless me, love me, and care for me beyond my wildest dreams, has finally entered my life. I have clearly put in the work to be ready for a loving, abundant relationship, and it is finally my time to receive long-awaited blessings. He is tall, extremely handsome, muscular, cares about his health. He has a beautiful smile, a nice head of hair, and has a loving relationship with everyone around him. He thinks everything through and never makes hasty decisions that are misaligned with his goals. When it comes to me, it's always trick or treat time. He loves to spoil me and knows that I am the woman he is spending his life with. I wrote that on October 18th, 2023 at 12:35 in the morning, okay? At 6 p.m. October 18th, a fine-ass man slid in my DMs. Now, I ain't gonna say I manifested it, but I ain't gonna say I did it, because he's still pending. I'm still figuring him out. She told me to try the sugar cookie, sweet cream foam. Actually, it's about it. But anyway, so this guy, he checks off all that. He's tall, he's huge, okay? He's a mixture of like muscular and like a big boy. Like he like 260 pounds of just meat and muscle. That's how I describe him. He's extremely handsome. I mean extremely handsome, perfect teeth, dimples. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm not gonna just sit here and describe this man, but he's very attractive. And I would honestly say he's my type. So living in Raleigh, I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to find somebody that's really my type because I'm from Broward County, Florida. And if you know, I'm gonna tell you what, Broward County is home of the scammers. I'm just saying it's home of the scams and the dope boys, okay? So I grew up being attracted to men that have tattoos, that, you know, have dreads or have, I don't know, that look a certain way. They're a little thuggish, ruggish, you know, around the edges. They're not really cookie cutter dudes. And I feel like the white dudes in Raleigh, like, cookie cutter. Like, even though dude here in this complex that I met at the paint sip, whatever, he was not on a straight and narrow all his life. You know, he got some thuggish, ruggish bone to him too. But for the most part, he's trying to pretend to be like he's on a straight and narrow, and he's really not. So with this guy here, I'm like, okay, but he's a football player. So there's been a million little like blurbs of people like, you know what they say about athletes. They're not loyal, they are extremely busy, and half the time you don't know if he's busy because he's actually working, which, you know, means practicing, actually playing a game, working out, watching tape, all of these other things. Or is he actually hanging out with other women still? You know, they tend to have the reputation that they play the field literally. On and off the field, they're playing the field. I had to heed that warning sign, but the good thing that was to my benefit is that I watch a lot of sports documentaries, and I love football especially, like to watch, not to watch the sport, but to watch sports documentaries about football. So I felt like I already had an understanding that this is more than a full-time job. Like, let's just lay it out here. You have to give your all in practice. You have to give your all on the field. Basically, you are a hot commodity as long as you're healthy and in shape. The minute you get injured, you know, your value starts to decrease, and everything is basically really rough in the football world. You know, even with the coaches push their players so hard because the coaches have a lot on them. If they don't perform well as a coach, meaning they're not winning games and everything like that, then guess what? That coach will probably be out of the door, and then a new coach will replace him. So everything is really contingent upon how well you perform. And so I really have always had the mindset with him in particular that I'm going to give him as much space as he needs, because I know that there's a hierarchy, and I made this up myself. Y'all can comment down below and let me know if it's accurate, but I feel like when it comes to football, there's like the 4 or 5 F's. So you have a list of priorities, right? This is priority number 1, football, right? Boom. Next is your faith. You got to believe in something, whether you believe in God, you believe in spirits, you believe in angels, whatever you believe in, you got to have faith, right? Because that's what's going to carry you through every season. Then your family, the people that are going to show up to your games and support you, the ones that have been there since day one, that's your family, right? And then you have your friends. So the people that have also been there with you throughout the journey, but obviously your friends are a little bit more, or they're a little lower on the totem pole. And then you have fun. And I feel like what means fun, which is going out, partying, drinking, smoking, and this also includes dating, I feel like. So right now, I feel like I'm here on his list of priorities, and while that's okay in the big picture, in the short term, it sucks because what I'm doing is I'm sacrificing a lot. I don't get to spend time with him like I would have if the person had a normal 9-to-5 job or was just regularly a student and not a football player. I also can't demand that this person spend more time with me because I don't even know what it's like to be in college again. That was I graduated in 2020. That was 3 years ago. I graduated college 3 years ago. So that shit's out of my mind. I don't necessarily remember what it takes to be a student and to be a student athlete at a D1 school. And you know, you got offers coming at you left and right. Schools want you to leave. They want you to do all. Like, there's a lot. I give him the benefit of the doubt, but only but so far, because at the end of the day, every single time a man does not treat me right, my price goes up, which means the price to access me, the way you approach me has to be better. Don't slide in my DMs on no dumb shit, because I'll let you know. Don't approach me in person on no dumb shit, because I'll let you know. If I don't give you my phone number, I'm not interested. If I don't answer you back, I'm not interested. That price goes up. And I'm not really a big like, oh, he must take me out on a date, but I'm gonna start inserting that as a criteria, because I don't want men to get comfortable with me treating them like they're potentially my future husband, which means I'm gonna cook for you, I'm gonna lay up with your geezem, I'm gonna insert it, lay up with your geezem, look at 12, 1 o'clock at night, face ass, cause she was so accurate. Do I believe in that 100%? No, but at the same time, when as a woman, you just start giving a man hubby treatment, you know what I mean? Like, you're cooking for him, you make sure he alright, but he ain't, all he doing is providing you with a little, and that's it, bitch, please. I need reassurance, I need communication, proper communication, I need understanding, I need listening, I need affirmations. Tell me I'm beautiful, tell me I'm pretty, tell me you miss me, tell me you like me. You get what I'm saying? That's what I need. So right now, I'm literally playing the field myself. I'm not putting all my eggs in this person's basket, because I've learned, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I do feel like overall, I could see myself enjoying the lifestyle of a supportive partner for a football player. I watched all of the games on TV so far. I've watched one game in person, thanks to my friend. I don't even want to say his name either, but shout out to my friend, you know who you are, and shout out to his beautiful girlfriend who also went to the game with me. Aww. So I'm not saying any names, because again, I do not believe in being embarrassed. I just don't. I feel like the whole summer I was boo-boo the fucking fool. I mean, big boo-boo. We're not doing that again. But I do hope that, you know, this can blossom into something. I really am excited to see what things are like in the off season, you know, contingent that things make it that far, because right now there's a lot of sacrificing involved. There's just a lot that I just have to be patient with, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I think this will prove my worth a lot more, that I'm not going to be on your dick. I'm not going to be harassing you. Why aren't you texting me back? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you have time for and what you don't have time for. And if I'm important to you, you'll let me know. You'll make sure that I know that before, you know, somebody else comes. Because again, I will always say this, I tend to, in the past, I would have a man in my life, and immediately, me being super loyal, I will cut off any communication with another guy, and then it ends up being for no reason, because I'm like, damn, I done got rid of my roster, I done cut off all the hoes, and this dude is not even my man. He didn't even get close to that. So this time around, I'm like, hey, I'll be respectful in the sense that I won't be physically active with another person, but best believe I will be texting, talking, entertaining. If somebody asks me on a date, I will not turn it down, because I can't. I have to still live for me, because there's no guarantee that this man will be anybody special. But the last thing I'm gonna say is this, and then we're done chat. We're done. So in the book that I wrote, I never got to talk about it too much, but the title of the book is called Us Again. And it's pretty much discussing all kinds of beautiful spiritual topics, kind of diving into like twin flames, soulmates, karmic relationships, all kinds of other things. There's 3 parts to the story, and part 2, or it just basically discusses a young college girl. She's dating a football player, which I wrote this over the summer, so this was before I even knew that this could even happen. But I wrote this over the summer. It's a young woman, she's in college, she comes from a very wealthy family. in Louisiana, but she does not want to be associated with her wealthy family because honestly, she's white. Her parents are very racist, very prejudiced, and actually they're very unknowingly racist and prejudiced either. They're not like, oh, we fucking hate black people, but they're kind of like, they make ignorant comments and stuff like that. So she chose to go to a predominantly African-American school where she meets the love of her life, and he just so happens to be a D1 football player. And I described him in the book as 6'3". He's huge. He has a beard and he has dread. And I find that to be interesting that the person that I'm currently getting to know fits that criteria exactly. And I was like, oh, interesting, except the only difference is I'm not a rich white girl. I'm a rich black girl. In the book, they hit it off. It's instant chemistry, instant connection. But without even knowing, these are some of the points I hit on in the book. That at like his games, she'll go to the games, but he will not text her on game day. You will not, like, she'll send him a text message in the morning and say, hope you have a great game, like, or whatever. He will not respond until after the game. And she gets bummed about it, but she knows for a fact, like, he has to focus, and if that's one way he has to focus, it just is what it is. I discussed endorsement deals. I'm not gonna spoil it, but she pulls up on her phone. She's like, hey, look, they pay athletes now, so go ahead and see what you can get yourself involved in. We discuss endorsements. We discuss what happens when your mental is not on straight. So the guy at some point during the story was benched a couple times because his performance on the field was declining. He didn't have his head in the game. So I discussed a lot of topics about football, and that was based on my general knowledge that I've learned from sports documentaries. So all in all, do I hope that this is my last time getting to know someone, doing the whole, like, what's your favorite color? Where you're from, what food you like. Like, I hope this is the last time I have to go through this mulberry bush, because I'm so serious. I don't have another situationship in me. If this one does not work out, I will tell you one thing, and it's gonna be on camera for everybody to see. The next person, y'all gonna have it rough. I'm telling you, you're gonna have it rough, because I'm going to have to ice my heart over, freeze it over, because I need to put myself first and not fall victim to trusting someone too soon, believing someone too soon without seeing enough action. And like, yeah, the price will go up. I would love to go on a date first. I mean, plenty of dates, us getting to know each other. It doesn't have to be out to eat or anything fancy, but just spending lots of time together, as much time together as our schedules will allow. And again, me working 9 to 6 every day, I don't have the same amount of time that I used to. So that's also why I see it as a benefit that he's a football player, because he's busy, I'm busy, and it also makes me feel like I'm not always available for you, and you sometimes have to be available for me. So we shall see where this goes, but that's all the updates that I have for you guys. I genuinely appreciate you guys rocking with me as my life changes. You know, I do my best to document what I can. I know I'm not the best vlogger. Honestly, I've come to the conclusion that maybe I'm just not a vlogger. Maybe I'm just like a documentary kind of girl. Like, I'm just gonna put this on the internet for y'all to see my transition, my growth, my whatever. So hopefully I'll be booed up and laid up by Christmas. If not, just real ghetto. And guess what? The most beautiful part? We're both Aquarians. The last time I dated an Aquarius, it was hell to pay. But now that I'm older and I feel like, you know, this person could be potentially like a mirror, like we're mirroring each other, hopefully things are better. Because, you know, I love me an Aquarius. I'm obsessed with myself, which means I'm kind of obsessed with him. But he's different than me though. He's a little different so far. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for always supporting my channel. Thank you for my subscriber count always going up. I love you guys to the moon and back. I appreciate you. Of course, if you want to see more of me and my personality, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Heavy on the comment and subscribe. It's super, super, super important to let me know how you feel in the comments. Definitely giving me a thumbs up tells YouTube, hey, we like her and we want to see more of her. And of course, subscribing just lets me know that you are definitely in it for the long haul, because that's what we need. We need long-term supporters and providers and writers and whatever else. I don't know. Making stuff up at this point. But yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Something's telling me that I went ahead and ripped the whole key to your heart.
Your best, that I might owe you 'cause we do that.
Something about you that I can't forget. I put her to the side, like what am I missing? I hit her from the side on one of my visits. She ain't me or a vibe, it was part of my seats.